Hello, welcome to Series 2, Episode 6 on Should I Hire My Campervan Out? I'm Nick, this is Matt, and we are
the citizens of Jurassic Vans.
So today we're going to talk about costs. What are they, how much are they, and how do they compare if you're a campervan owner versus a campervan owner that hires out your van? Mm-hmm. So for this dramatic reconstruction, what I'm going to do is I'm going to be the person that hires out the campervan, and you're going to be the person that owns a campervan and it sits on your drive and you don't like anyone touching it.
Yeah. Mm-hmm.
Sounds about right anyway.
I like to grow mould.
Okay, so we're going to go through all of the costs. First cost, the biggest difference in the cost is insurance. Now for me, for any campervan up to the value of £25,000 with the insurers that we use who are brilliant, insurance will be roughly £1,300.
Ooh, it was like I'm 15 again.
Yeah, basically. It is a lot of money, but if you think about it, the insurance are covering you and any person over the age of 23 to drive your vehicle. So that's a lot of trust they're putting in you.
Yeah, a lot of money.
Compared with what would your insurance be on a similar vehicle?
Between £400 and £800.
So that figure that we've come up with is based on the fact of what it cost me to insure Spike for just me to drive. Mm-hmm. Now we know that there's more expensive camper vans and people have less no claims bonus. And there's also smaller camper vans. So it's really very difficult to place that figure. But the difference between those figures is anywhere from, I think, £900 to £500.
But if you've got the people on your name as well, you can share the costs.
That's true. So my insurance provider, the one that we go with, allows me to have 3 other named drivers. So you could have mum, dad, brother, or share it between a couple and friends.
So that £1,400 starts to look a little less now.
£1,300. Yeah, so that starts to reduce, which is great. The next cost that we're going to talk about is maintenance.
Maintenance.
So when I talk about maintenance, that's just anything going wrong with the vehicle, some rattle and then diagnosing it.
Yeah.
So that's a cost that I would have to pay for. That's a cost that you'd have to pay for anyway. Possibly slightly more because the vehicle's getting used more, but then maybe not because if it's just sitting on the drive,
I think it's all proportionate. Things like brake discs, brake pads, they'll be sort of replaced more often because your van will be more being used more.
Yeah.
Rather than just be sat there.
Next cost is MOT.
Constant, yeah.
We both have to pay for that, so there's no difference. Road tax.
Same.
Both pay for that. What next? Oh, breakdown cover.
Yeah, so I would probably opt against it, but...
You wouldn't have breakdown cover?
Well, if it's sat on the driveway doing nothing.
I personally, with my own vehicles, that's a personal decision, I'd always have breakdown cover because it's such a good value for money on any second-hand vehicle. So the cost for me would be £150. The cost for your own camper van is about £250 if you go for the highest level. Mm-hmm. So it's actually more expensive if you can get cheaper ones, and some people are insured with their banks, but it's a specialist business policy breakdown cover, and that's £150, which I think is really reasonable. The last one that we both would do is servicing. So annual servicing on the vehicle to make sure oil filter, all of that pollen filter, everything is changed.
Just keep it running smooth. Absolutely.
The next differences that I have to pay out for that you wouldn't necessarily have to do is one, a gas safety certificate, which is about £65, and that's an annual cost.
Yeah.
You don't have to do it, but you could do it for your peace of mind.
Yeah, absolutely, highly recommended.
Yeah, so again, that is probably a cost that both of us would incur.
Yeah.
The last cost really is a £10 weighbridge certificate, and that's a one-off cost. So once I've got that, I then show that to my insurers, and they say, yeah, it's under the recommended weight or the weight allowable, which is 3.5 tonnes.
On our vans.
For any vehicle that you have a normal driving licence with.
Yes.
But then 3.5 tonnes. Going on to a segue, but 3.5 tonnes has to be including all passengers, fuel, water, luggage, everything.
When you're going on a holiday, it's got to be under 3.5 tonnes.
Exactly that. So to summarise, basically the biggest difference in costs is going to be the insurance. There's also a gas safety certificate and weighbridge certificate. So the costs are going to be between £700 to £1,000 different. Now, coincidentally, that is 2 hires for us. So as long as you get more than 2 hires, our average hire last year was about between £500 to £550. So as long as you get 2 hires, all of those costs are covered.
Well, that sounds very doable.
It does, doesn't it? And considering we've had, I think, about 80 hires now over the last couple of years. If you get one long booking as well, that's you covered. So
yeah, easy.
So the costs aren't hopefully as scary as you thought. Next episode, we're going to talk about the issues, what can go wrong.
Well, yeah, when it all goes.
So this is a real juicy one. You don't want to miss this episode.
I know how to react. See you there.
Bye.